Hey, lovelies, it's me, the Purple Diva, and welcome to Wine Wednesday. It is, wow, just had Cinco de Mayo, um, and just had the Met Gala actually. And wow, I have a lot to whine about, but I'm having a glass of wine. And this one I'm having, and this is not sponsored by any means, this is just some wine that I really do enjoy. It's Love Olivia. It's a brand that they sell at Trader Joe's. Remember when Trader Joe's had the $2 chuck, the Charles Shaw, and it's gone up a little bit. I know in certain areas, I think in my store here in Vegas, it's like I think it's $3 or something now, 3.99 or something. But anyway, it's still good. But this Love Olivia, if you want a really good, like I said, I'm not paid to do this. I just really do enjoy this. It's light. It's so perfect for the summer. This is great. Like I think you could make a really great Bellini out of this. And I'm just having the peach. They have like peach. They have watermelon, I think, and they think they have pear. And this one is the peach. So I'm having some Love Olivia, enjoying myself. I'm a little late today getting this Wine Wednesday out, but just wanted to whine a little bit with you guys. I hope you guys are doing well and everybody's good. You know, we're going through it and we're just getting through it one glass of wine at a time. Let me tell you, it's been rough, but it's all good. I'm healthy. I got a roof over my head. My son is good. My family's good. It's all good. So we had the Met Gala. We just had the Met Gala the first Monday in May. I went, saw Devil Wears Prada 2. I absolutely loved it. I know a lot of people had their, people nitpick everything, and that's what we do. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was really well done. Of course, I love Meryl Streep. She's just so amazing. And I just thought I love the fashion. The fashion was on point. Gaga, all the celebrities. It was fun. It was fun. So yesterday was the first Monday in May, and it was the Met Gala. I call it the Bezos Gala. Let me just get into it, okay? Because for me, I normally, those of you who don't know me, I am a designer. I had a store here in Vegas. I'm recently retired. I'm just doing styling services, and I've cut down a lot of my stuff, but I've done LA, New York. I've done many fashion weeks across the United States, and I've been in the business for like 20 years, close to 20 years, but actually a brand for in Vegas since 2016, 2018, 17, 18, somewhere around there. But anyway, so fashion, I love. I love it and I really, really enjoy it. And the Met Gala was something that I really enjoy. I was blessed to be able to go to New York to see the camp when they did the camp. The theme was camp. I saw it in person. The Met is a wonderful, wonderful institution. And I'm such a Andre Leon Talley, Diana Freeland. I love the old school, when fashion really meant something. And I'm not saying it doesn't mean anything now, but it was really a status symbol. It was like something, you didn't have to be a celebrity to be a part of fashion. It was about the fashion itself. And now to me, I feel like the Met Gala has become something that is so celebrity driven that it's not the same anymore. And when the oligarchs take over everything, I mean, it's let's face it, it's the Bezos ball as far as I'm concerned. And I felt that a lot of people showed up. They said they made all this money. It was one of the biggest they've ever had financially, but I felt that when people like the Bezos, and I feel like Jeff Bezos, he got this for his wife to put her and put themselves in this circle that, in my opinion, they have no business being in. I'm sorry, I'm just going to tell like it is. So I didn't have really, normally I'm like, oh, let's see the fashions, let's see everybody. And I didn't do that this year because I really felt like it was a slap in the face because right now in our country with everything that's going on, there's so many people that have to me, they've worked their way into places and they're doing things that are not best for the country. Let's face it. And to be able to be in a circle like the Met Gala, and it just left us it just left us it left a bad taste in my mouth. I'm just going to be honest with you. I didn't appreciate it. I didn't support it. I saw so many celebrities, especially celebrities of color, that were in this space, and I felt like, are you guys like, what are you not getting here? This is somebody who's put this on, who paid all this money to be a part of this, to parade themselves around like, oh, we're into fashion too, and we're this and we're that. I mean, these are people who have, you can say what you want about Amazon, and I'm going to get into him in a minute, but you can say what you want about Jeff Bezos and now Lauren Sanchez Bezos. They have put themselves out there because of the money and because of the power and because of the status that they have. And to me, these celebrities are just like, what are they doing? I'm like, I just don't get it. I understand. I've talked to my son about this. He's really into fashion, and he's like, Mom, you're just being, you don't get it. It's a lot of these celebrities, they're obligated, they have these contractual obligations, they have to go to these things. But it was so many that I was not expecting to be there. And to see what this man has done with the Washington Post, what he does to the whole Amazon thing with the employees, the whole thing behind this whole administration and backing this and funding ICE and all of these different things that happen. I just was so angry. And, I was watching The View, and I saw Whoopi and Sunny were talking about, oh, it's art and we need art. And yes, we do. Yes, we do. We absolutely do need that. We absolutely do need to have the Met around so that people can see the art and see all of this. But to me, come next year when someone else is over it. It was like, to me, it was like, what the hell is going on? Everyone was, I mean, I saw more people at this one, in my opinion, especially people of color, that I was not expecting to see. And it just really left a bad taste in my mouth. And I just thought, what the hell? I mean, what the hell? Read the room. People can't afford groceries. I mean, I went to the store the other day and I spent $172 and I had 4 bags of groceries. And I'm thinking, what is going on? And it wasn't like I had all this stuff. What about these people with their families? We're in a war right now. We got people over in this war who don't even have, they're rationing food. And these people are a part of this. These people, these oligarchs and these people and these billionaires are financing all of this. They're a part of this and they're making this happen. And I'm whining. I need to, let me have a sip because it's just getting to me. And I thought, am I out of touch? And I really hope you guys watch this video and comment and tell me how you feel about this. Like my son was like, Mom, you just can't get yourself all worked up about this. These people, they're going to go regardless. Some, of course, want to be seen. Some don't want to be left out. Some, but, Taraji P. Henson, Jennifer Lewis, they're people. Even Meryl Streep was like, oh, no, I'm not going. She's like, there's no, I'm not going. There's still people who, to me, get it and we're like, you know what? I don't care how much, I'm not going to be a part of this. I'm not going to be a part of this. And it's, like the Hunger Games, and this is the Capitol, and the whole Marie Antoinette, let them eat cake. The protests, excuse me, everything that was going on, it was a lot. And because people are fed up, people are tired. And it's hard, even though we live for celebrity culture, we love fashion, we love seeing the stars. But at one time, in Hollywood and in America, celebrity meant something. These were people that you looked up to. I can't look up to any of these. It's really hard for me, and I'm sure it's hard for others too. And I want to give you a little story time right now because I had, well, I'll get back to the Bezos now with this whole, the Jeff Bezos and Amazon. And I'm going to say this about Amazon. I have boycotted. I mean, if you're going to boycott, we're not going to be able to do nothing because they control everything. We were talking about Wendy's, McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, all of these places, Walmart, Target, all of these places. I haven't shopped at any of those places. Now, I'm going to tell you, Amazon for me has been the hardest because sometimes, especially here in Vegas, when it's 100 degrees, you don't want to go out and go shopping. You just don't. Gas here in Vegas is five something, almost $6 a gallon. So you're thinking, okay, you know what? If I need to get something, I can order it, have it brought to my house. I don't have to go out in my car. I don't have to burn my gas. I don't have to go out in this heat. It's going to be 100 degrees this weekend. Nobody wants to go out in that. So I get, some people live in small rural areas. People are older. They don't drive. So to have something come to their house, I totally get that. I get that narrative, and I understand why that's so important to so many people to shop at a place like Amazon. But when I hear the stories of how the employees are treated, how they're using the bathroom in plastic water bottles and things like that, it's like, come on. And you're still supporting these people. How could you do that? It's very hard for me to fathom. So I'm going to tell you my little Amazon story. So I used to have a store here in Las Vegas in the Fashion Show Mall. It's right on the strip. It's across from the Wynn Hotel. If you've been to Vegas and you know the Wynn Hotel, I started actually in the Venetian Hotel, which is on the other across the street on the other side of the Wynn Hotel. Then I went to the actual mall, to the Fashion Show Mall. So at the time, um, this was during the Beyonce. And speaking of Beyonce, of course, she was the chair, and a lot of people like, oh, Beyonce's coming back to the Met Gala, blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever. So, Renaissance came to Vegas. It was a big deal. That whole Renaissance tour with the Beyonce, that was huge. So Gayle King was in town and she was on social media talking about how she couldn't find anything. She couldn't find a dress. She was going and she wanted to find something to wear to Renaissance. So all my DMs and people were like, "Oh my God, Renee, she's in town. She's in town. You got Gail. You need to put something on Gail. Gail's and she'll come to your store, and this will help your store, and she'll talk about your store, and this can help you build your brand." And of course, I was like, "This is great." So my son, he messages her, and come to find out, I think it's her sister or somebody from her family saw our post and told her to come. So that particular day, that was the day before the concert, she didn't come. And I said, well, maybe, she found something or whatever. The next day, we opened, and we weren't open. I don't think we were open 15 minutes. She comes waltzing in. And so I said, Chase, there she is. She's here. We're gonna be, we're not gonna fan out. We're not gonna talk about Oprah. She was in my store the whole time. I didn't mention Oprah's name once because I wanted it to be about her. Because I know that's probably something that she's got to deal with all the time, being in Oprah's shadow and all of that. So it wasn't going to be about Oprah. It was going to be about Gail. So she comes in, she's with her daughter Kirby. Kirby's so sweet. She was a joy. She was very, very nice, took pictures, did a video. She got a dress. I posted it on my socials. If you follow me, Renee Tyler Official on Insta, you'll see the post. Very lovely, very, very lovely. Bought the dress. While she was there, I tried to show her some other pieces. And I said, Gail, you need to get some of my clothes. You go to all these events. And I started out, my specialty is evening wear, and red carpet cocktail. So she goes to all these events. I'm thinking, here you are in my store. You're buying this dress for the Renaissance concert. get you a gown or get something, or I'll work, here, I'll sponsor you a piece. Wear it on the red carpet. That's going to help bring business to me. So I had these pieces because I just put them to the side. I said, just in case Gail comes in, I'm going to be prepared. So I have the pieces and I'm showing her, and Kirby was like, Mom, look at this. This is so nice. Try them on. Because I'm like, and I understand she was trying to get her dress and get back to the hotel and get on with her thing to get ready for the night. So she was like, No, 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 I don't think I could wear that. Blah, 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 blah. Well, to me, she's finally kind of stepped up her style, but to me, she needs a good stylist, because she's never together. She's never 100% as she should be for somebody of her caliber. But anyway, so she leaves, no harm, no foul. She wears the dress. She takes the dress. So I'm looking, the next day, and actually we went to the concert. So the next day, I'm like, let me, she wore it. We're so excited. We're like, oh my God, Gail King's coming to our store. All of my friends, and I didn't even think about it. They're like, well, we watched CBS this morning, the next day, to see if she's going to mention you that she came to your store. Let me tell you, I hadn't even thought to even watch because I was tired because I'd gone to the concert. It was a day off for me, and I just was like, it was another day. Well, it really wasn't a day off. It was just another day of working, and I'm not up that early. I'm not up that early. I'm a night person, so I'm not up. Long story short, so my friend, a couple of my friends, they're like, you know what? Gail was on. Gail talked about being in, because she made a whole video about it. Oh, I'm in Vegas. I'm going to see Beyonce. Blah blah blah. A whole segment. She didn't mention me. She mentioned she got her dress from Amazon. Because what she ended up doing is her daughter Kirby wore my dress and she got her another dress. So maybe my dress was too sexy for her, or it was fabulous and it looked great on her daughter, and she could have totally wore it too. But she got on the show and said, I got my dress from Amazon. I was crushed. I was crushed, because even if she had said, I got my dress from Amazon, but I found this great little place, and I found this great place, black owned, in the Fashion Show Mall. Renee Tyler, her and her son run it together. It's a great place if you're ever in Vegas. No, she goes on there and mentions one of the biggest, richest billionaires who doesn't need any type of advertisement or endorsement. And she says, I got my dress from Amazon. No mention of me. I was upset about it, but my friends were livid. How dare her go on there and mention Jeff Bezos and mention that and blah, blah, blah. Well, that's what she did. Then turns around and goes up to space a few months later, or however many months later it was. So I'm just saying this to say is that how disappointed I am in these people, that they align themselves. It's like the little guys. How are we supposed to do this? How are we supposed to do this? I've been in business since I had my store. I opened my store in 2018 in the Venetian, and it's been up and down. I mean, it was great, and then of course COVID hit, and that's a whole nother story. We can talk about business, but I'm saying this to say is that here is this big multi-billion-dollar corporation, and here they are, and here these people are endorsing it and aligning. They went, she and Oprah, they went to the wedding. They're hanging out with them. You can hang out with whoever you want to, but it's hard for me to understand why these people, especially people of color, when you know that we, us Latinos, Asians, it doesn't matter. We are always trying to bring ourselves up, and it's harder for us. And here is this man who has more money than God. And here he is now. He's chairing his and his wife. They're chairing the Met Gala, and they're sponsoring the Met Gala because money talks. Dirty cash will want you. Dirty cash will need you. You know what I mean? And it just is. I gotta have a little sip. It's just something that just annoys the hell out of me. And that's what I'm whining about today. I'm just whining about, it's like the little people and the people that are really trying the hardest to make it in this country. And people who've built this country and are still being discriminated against, are still having it the hardest. Women, doesn't matter what color you are. It is really, really difficult with everything going on in the world in this administration and what's going on. It's just really hard for us. And I don't know. It bothered me, this whole celebrity, this Met Gala was just a really, really, it left a bad taste in my mouth. And I'm pissed. And I'm just not going to, sugarcoat it and say, oh, they made all this money for the Met. Yeah, they did, and that's great. But you know what? They have plenty of donors, and I don't think the Met was going to go under if these people didn't show up this year. Next year, when somebody else is the coach here, and maybe it would be another rich person, but I don't know if it would be another rich person who has done the things that this man has done and has created in this world and has, because I mean, the rich, the oligarchs are going to all, they control everything. But when you bring them into a circle that has always to me stood for a little bit more of I'm not saying, because it's always been about, the Met Gala was for the rich and the elite and the established. And now it is a celebrity driven, who can be on the red carpet, who can be the most outrageous, who can wear the most outrageous outfit. And yes, it is about fashion, but it's just kind of become a joke to me. It's just like everything is so celebrity driven. And it's just like the values, it's like, to me, people are not, they're tone deaf and not reading the room. So that's what I'm whining about today. I know I got a little late start today, but you guys have been great. My new followers, you guys, I appreciate you guys so much. You've been following me and showing me love, and it really means a lot. This is just something that I do just to vent, have a cocktail, trying to get through what's going on, and because every day is something new. It's something new, something's going on, and a lot of things are out of our control. But you know what? I'm not saying we have to get sloppy drunk, but we can have a glass of wine, we can have a cocktail, we can enjoy ourselves, love our families, love each other, and just have our differences of opinions. And for me, it's always, I haven't really been political on this channel. I never really wanted to get political, but you know what? It's come to a point where you have to, because there's so many atrocities going on right now. It's really, really difficult. And the people in this country, in the US, but it's affecting others in other countries now. It's affecting everyone. And it's really, really hard to see that happening. We've been through so much. We've been through a lot. We got through COVID, and thank God. And now, we got this new virus on the cruise ship. I mean, every day is it's something else. It's something else. Ooh, excuse me, guys. It's something else. So I don't know. You tell me what you guys think. Because I don't know what to think, to think anymore. I'm just trying to take it one day at a time, you know, be be as happy as I can be, because some days is harder than others. It's been, we're all having it. It's not, I'm so blessed and so grateful. I don't want to seem like I'm not thankful for what I have and what's going on in my life and the people I've met and the things that I've accomplished in my 64 years, but a lot of people are having it hard right now. So it's hard for me to see, people paraded around, and even with myself, I had to watch. So what, do people really want to see people getting dressed up and going out? But you got to have fun. You got to enjoy your life, and that's That was the thing that Whoopi was saying. She was saying, oh, well, they should be able to go out and have fun and have a good time and dress up. No one's not saying that. No one is not saying that. But when you're going to something that's backed by people that don't give a rat's ass about the next person, their employees, the human race, it's all about the money and what they have and how much money they have and how they can flaunt how much money they have. To me, right now, it's not cool. So, what is cool is I'm having a glass of wine. I'm enjoying myself. I have you guys to watch and let me vent and let me whine. And I'm going to keep on whining. And I hope you'll keep watching. So, thank you guys so much. Please like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend. Come join me every week. I'm going to try to do these Wine Wednesdays every single Wednesday. And I hope you guys are safe out there. Be safe. Take care. And I'll see you sooner than you think. Love you guys.